This is the CIA gone rogue. Stole a whole lot of serious intel out of Langley. Scuttlebutt is trying to sell it to Santa Blanca.
Santa Blanca?
Uh-huh.
If he's selling to them, then what's he doing in a Unidad camp?
I'm thinking he's trying to buy protection.
Huh. Didn't work out too well for him, did it?
He got exactly what he deserved. Let's have a look what we got here. Son of a bitch.
What?
Put the Langley intel on a Unidad server. Now, I can hack this. But the problem is, as soon as I open that door, we're gonna have a whole lot of undesirables come looking for Dangos.
What do you need from me?
I need you up top pulling security. Look, problem is this is gonna take some time. I gotta hack the server, download the Langley files, and then bleach the hard drive. Okay. Unidad shows up, you turn on the lead faucet.
Hooah.
I got a grunt with a minigun.
Where you got him? Enemy incoming.
To the camp.
Right. Just keep him busy. This'll take a minute.
I called Pat Qatar. I called the rebels for a diversion.
Nos han autorizado que convoquemos a las unidades de refuerzo que tenemos en los sectores vecinos para que los apoyen con esa amenaza. Van hacia allá.
I'm opening fire on these shitheads. Helicopter, get down. I'm getting in position. Moving to a good sight line. Let me get in position. Target marked. Eyes on the target. Ready to engage. That's one less bad guy.
Matchwood, how's that hack come?
Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 mics.
Faster would be better. Called for rebels to draw their attention. I asked the rebels to do a recon of the area.
I'm moving to position. Let me get into position. Hold up. Let me get a good sight line. Unidad bird approaching. Stay down. I've got the target. Copy. Target word, boss. That's one down.
More Unidad incoming. We could use a hand up here. Fuck.
Got it. Moving. Need to get to a better position. Copy that. Moving. Got the... Man down. Yo, man down. You're gonna be all right, you hear me? I'm on the way.
Just requested a rebel recon of this area.
Got it. Man down over here.
Nomad to Bowman. We're good to exfil. What's the RP?
I'm sending the coordinates now. Did Matchwood get what he needed?
Affirmative. Nomad out. let's go.
We got a sniper, get down. Hit the dirt, helicopter.
The team's not bad.
Los rebeldes se retiraron.
I might tell you you're full of shit, but I know what crybabies you sailors are. So, what's all this about?
That CIA jackass back there stole intel on a hot shit new technology. He figured the cartel could use it to get its product.
Estoy viendo una patrulla de soldados yanquis. Fuego sobre ellos. No hay señales de enemigos por aquí.
Eyes up, let's get back to work.
That CIA jackass back there stole intel on a hot shit new technology. He figured the cartel could use it to get its product across borders without detection. But let me tell you, it's something that's much, much more dangerous than that.
You don't know what this tech is? Or are you just not telling?
What we've got here is the kind of war-fighting gadgets that'll put you and me out of business. And it's got the higher-ups sweating bullets. Linda, how you doing? You're looking good, real good.
It's Karen today. You look like you've clocked some miles since we last spoke.
Yeah, a few. I've heard they don't make them like me anymore. There was this other guy, though. Army infiltration. He wore a bandana or something.
I heard he finally retired.
Really?
Yep.
It's only me.
Sam,
Yeah,
you got it.
I do. I'll be delivering it personally.
Grim sent word.
About what?
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs says there's a possible empty quiver. I can get you airborne in 1 hour.
Really? You know, a guy once said, the price of success is hard work and dedication. Yeah. Canvaser, just call me Sam. Look, you're real good at what you do. You watch your six, huh? An hour, huh?
That's right.
You got any coffee?
This is Bolivia. Of course there's coffee.
Buckle up, people.
I'm cool, let's move.
Kill it!
We can kill it.
Is that real?
Shit, man down.
Thank you. Fuck, engaging.
Man down, man down.
Hang on, I'm coming. Is that real?
Man down.
Hang in there. Man down over here. Goddamn. Missing man, I'll be right there. Oh shit, this moves. Hang in there, I'm coming to you.
Man down.
I got you, man. Just hold on. Man, if you shot straight, I wouldn't get fucked up. Clear over here.
Guys? Run!
Man down.
I put a call to the rebels for some reinforcements.
We can kill it.
Firing.
Ugh. Fuck, took you so long. I asked the rebels to drop off a ride. Drone is airborne. Clear. How you guys holding up? Guys? Run!
We got company. Stay sharp. We got a fucking man down.
What the hell just happened?
Damn, that's gonna hurt in the morning. Hang in there, I'm coming your way.
El Sueño wants to
Okay,
meet.
all clear.
Maybe he wants to negotiate, maybe he wants to kill
I'm taking
you.
the bike.
Either way, watch your ass. There were 4 people in the room the night DEA agent Ricky Sandoval was murdered. El Sueño, the head of the Santa Blanca cartel, Ricky, and the last 2 were La Yuri and El Polito. Yuri and Polito met at a poor state-run hospital in Chiapas, where El Polito was doing his residency and La Yuri worked as a nurse. It was love at first sight. From the first moment their eyes met, they were inseparable. A love like no other. One day, a buchon named La Plaga walked into the ER, all shot up. It was touch and go for a while, but Yuri and Polito were able to save his life. La Plaga was grateful. He showered them with gifts, invitations to the most exclusive parties, even a new car. And after a while, La Plaga made Yuri and Polito the personal medical staff of the Santa Blanca cartel. But that wasn't their main job. See, Yuri and Polito know about the human body. They know how much pain a person can endure before he'll die. They know how to keep a person alive and awake so they can feel the pain. And most of all, they know how to inflict that pain. That's what they do in Itaqua province. When Santa Blanca captures someone that refuses to talk, La Yuri and El Polito make them talk. They break people. Like I said, there were 4 people in the room the night Ricky Sandoval was murdered. Sueño, Ricky, Yuri, and Polito. They kept Ricky alive while Sueño tortured him. Non-stop for 47 hours straight. They broke Ricky Sandoval. Then Sueño executed him.
Oye, Yuri, how long has that guy been hanging there?
Yo no sé, amor. Maybe 12 hours?
Is he still alive? Check if he's breathing.
Ah, él está muerto. He's dead. He must have choked to death under that hood. Look at that boner.
Mierda, I told you the hood was too tight.
That's a big boner. I'm taking his pants off.
Yuri.
Ay, are you jealous of a corpse, bizcocho?
What the hell, Yuri?
Whoa, ugh. This dead guy cock stinks like shit. And he could have learned some grooming or something, but damn. It's like a chorizo that got rolled around in dog hair.
Will you help me cut him down already?
Or like somebody peeled a banana, covered it in butterscotch and, whoops, dropped it on the barbershop floor.
Yuri, knock it off.
Oh, it's starting to sag. Now it looks like a toucan that hasn't shaved for a month.
Amor, por favor, get your face out of there.
El Sueño. The Sicarios have found the escaped prisoner in the village of Culta.
What a wonderful name for a town. They were protecting him?
See, the village is known to Unidad as a haven for rebels.
Why do these rebels even bother? Kill them all. The whole village. Visit divine wrath upon Culta. And wipe it off the face of the earth.
Claro, al rato.
Camaradas, hermanos, fellow cocaleros. I look at your faces and I see the scars the men of the Santa Blanca have left on this land. Stealing our coca, threatening our way of life, burning our houses, murdering our children. A trail of ash and blood. The blood of the people of Bolivia. The same blood that was running in the veins of Tupac Katari, the great Aymara leader who fought the Spanish conquistadores 300 years ago. We are tired. We are hungry. We are desperate. But this blood still runs in our veins. We are Bolivians. Mientras que respiremos, seremos libres. No weapon, no threat, no cartel can take that away from us. I look at your faces and I don't see cocaleros. I see warriors. I see resistant fighters. I see the seed of this freedom that we Bolivians hold so dear. We will oppose them. We will fight them everywhere. We will hunt their worst nightmares until one day they are forced to leave our sacred land. Today, I am not a cocalero. Today, I shall be called Pac Katari. And I take an oath to lead us, the rebels, to victory.
Major General Barro is a patriot. He runs UNIDAD, the Bolivian military police force from main operating base Jaguar in Flor de Oro. When Santa Blanca first arrived in Bolivia, they went to war with UNIDAD. Innocent civilians got caught in the crossfire. The death toll was tremendous. Barro had seen a lot of death in his life and was desperate to bring peace back to his country. So he brokered a backroom deal between El Sueño and the Bolivian government. UNIDAD agreed to look the other way and let Santa Blanca run their business. In exchange, the cartel promised to keep their killings to a minimum. Obviously, the results have been a mixed bag. The relationship between Santa Blanca and UNIDAD is tense. Now that Bolivia has become a full-fledged narco state, I believe that he is starting to regret his decision. Major General Barro is either one of our most dangerous enemies or our greatest ally. There's only one way to find out which.
S2 would further advise implementation of additional observation posts to support base security. Regarding road security, Base Jaguar is overly dependent on outside supplies, and security on rail lines into Jaguar is insufficient to ensure the integrity of base operations. Air operations should be implemented on a regular basis to guarantee resupply. Security in Flor de Oro is too centralized around Base Jaguar, and company-sized cluster bases should be implemented immediately. Lastly, air supply should be used due to the vulnerability of the rail lines.
Bookhart, my chief combat trainer, tells me he's had trouble receiving your assistance in Montuyoc. General Barro, the conditions of our agreement are very simple. My people need security. Unidad provides it. No one in Bolivia gets hurt.
And Unidad has kept that agreement to the letter.
To the letter of the agreement, but perhaps not in the spirit.
Unidad will provide you with security in Montuyoc and wherever else you may need it in Bolivia. Pero Buchar demanded that we pursue rebels into Peru. At the very least, I must respect the borders of a sovereign nation. You must comprehend the consequences of Bolivian military forces crossing the borders into Peru.
To pursue enemies of the Peruvian government? General, you are making excuses for the laziness of your subordinates. Perhaps Unidad's culture is too hierarchical. Your organization might benefit from a decentralized command structure. Naturally, if you're not the man to implement this restructuring initiative, perhaps I can speak with my friends in La Paz. Should they persuade El Presidente to find a suitable replacement for you?
We are both caballeros, Sueño. You may speak plainly with me, and I will speak with my men. I will encourage them to be more creative in their problem solving.
Bueno, Unidad will only improve in quality as its outlook adjusts.
When I was a kid, we used to live over the train tracks. Every time a train went past, I would run into my mother's bed, and she'd assure me there was no such thing as monsters. She was such a liar. El Pozolero, also known as the Stew Maker. Sometimes the cartel needs a dead body to completely disappear without a trace. In such cases, they ship the cadavers off to San Mateo. The first thing El Pozolero does is place the bodies inside a barrel, which he fills with caustic soda, sodium hydroxide, then covers the drums, stirring occasionally. After 24 hours, there's nothing left but a thick sludge, a stew. He pours this into a pit. Any leftover teeth or bone fragments he smashes into dust. Last year, more than 300 people disappeared in San Mateo. Their families have no idea if their loved ones are alive or dead. They can't have proper burials, they can't have closure. The only one who knows what truly happened to these people is El Pozolero, the monster who melted them.
Chabelita. Mi Chabelita. I wish you could talk to me right now. I don't know how long I've been here for. I can hear the wolves at the door. Los sicarios del cartel. They're here for me. I just couldn't stand it. Couldn't take the corruption, the blackmailing, the threats. Had to speak out. I know I jeopardized the legacy I wanted to leave for you, for our kids. I fought for a free Bolivia. I'm so sorry it had to end like this. For leaving you behind with this message as my testament. I just want you to know that no matter what happens, I love you, mi Chabelita Dorada. And I will love you forever. Chabelita, mi Chabelita.
Ping pong, give me the hand of that dead man. I need his limbs to put in the can. I work with lots of corpses, I make them disappear. With magic dust I'll turn them into Wistu la 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 la. Pim pom, pim pom, pim pom.
Nació en el norte de México, cerca de la frontera. Ahí trabajó en la obra, sacando dinero para su mamá. Pero la crisis llegó, no hubo más construcción. Se quedó sin trabajo, dejado a su suerte y sin saber qué hacer. Ahí el cartel lo vio, con todo su potencial. Le dio trabajo y buen oficio, donde ganar más. Delició a los huercos, enemigos del cartel. Al cabo ya están muertos, y así él nada tiene que temer. Y sin dejar rastro, se los acabó. ¡Uga! No mucho tiempo después que comenzó a trabajar, le dejaban más bultos sin que él viera en hacer ningún mal. Así por cada servicio era mucha lana más. Ya era casi rico, eso ayudaba a cuidar a su mamá. Se hizo muy famoso, casi tradicional.
Sí, I delivered those borregas to El Porcelero. He's got the ingredients for his stew. I gotta say, that fucking guy. You remember that old TV show when the old pendejo played the 8-year-old kid?
Shit, yeah. The guy with the ear flaps. Eso. Papa loved that fucking show.
El Porcelero is like an evil version of that guy. And not funny.
He quits you out, way. Unless you want to do his job.
Fuck that shit. I'm just saying. I'm using his delivery service next time. I'm not talking to that cabrón ever again. I'll catch you later.
Ahí te miro.
Ma? I'm fine, yes.
No, Ramon. I know you. You are not fine. I am your mother. So don't lie to me.
Ma, you know it has changed my life. Carajo. I do the best I can not to think about it. But those bastards, esos hijoputas, ma, I'm helping them destroy my country, kill my people.
Cariño, you only work for them. You hear me, Ramon? So stop doing that to you, chiquito. You are a hero. You are a survivor. You are doing that to protect the people.
Hero? Soy un traidor. I've betrayed my people. They are holding Bolivia hostage, and I help them get to the people. I help them recruit sicarios using 12-year-old kids as cannon fodder. I'm stuck. I can't look at myself in the mirror. I helped kill.
No, Ramon. Listen, you are not a murderer. They are. You do this to protect your familia.
Get ready. Odds left, evens right. Focus on your goddamn sectors this time.
Carl Buchhardt, former sergeant, 3rd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, natural-born killer.
Show me what you got, cocksuckers. Make me hard. Go, go, go!
Carl was in and out of juvie from around age 15. Records are sealed, but the pattern is what you'd expect. At 18, a judge gave him the choice of joining the Army or doing jail time. Buchhardt thrived in the Army. After graduating from Ranger School, he deployed to Iraq with 3rd Battalion in 2003. He finally found his place and was looking to make the Army his career. And then in '05, his patrol hit an IED in downtown Ramadi. Buchhardt didn't take to civilian life. Couldn't keep a job for more than a couple weeks, and started having run-ins with the cops again. Started telling anyone who'd listen about how the Army fucked him over. Eventually, he started spending time over the border in Juarez. God knows what Buchhardt was looking for down there, but eventually he crossed paths with El Muro, head of Santa Blanca security. They share some beers, maybe some blow. Buchhardt gets to talking about his Army days. El Muro is impressed. He knows the real thing when he sees it. He asks Buchhardt to come to Bolivia to train the cartel's army in the Montilluk province. El Muro wants them to be the best force of its kind in all of South America. And Buchhardt is just the kind of man he's looking for. The kind of man who can run combat drills, show a bunch of morons how to field strip a G-36 in 2 minutes flat. The kind of man who can turn narcos into elite soldiers.
I swear my oath as a Sicario to serve El Sueño and the leaders of the Santa Blanca cartel without question. I will act without hesitation or fear. I will kill without mercy or remorse. If captured, I will keep the secrets of the cartel to my dying breath. These are the words you will live by for the rest of your days. Santa Muerte will judge you if you don't. First training cycle graduated 84 Sicarios out of a class of 200. Aside from basic physical and mental conditioning, they received basic and advanced firearms training, hand-to-hand combat, first aid, and basic infantry training. Since graduation, these Sicarios have accumulated a total of 431 kills. This includes 47 policemen, 30 soldiers, and 11 high-value targets such as judges, businessmen, and politicians. 8 Sicarios have been killed and another 12 injured. 2 of the dead were killed by their teammates to prevent their capture by law enforcement, just as they had been trained to do. Most importantly, the Sicarios have completed every mission they were assigned to do, regardless of the target. 8 police officers shot dead outside La Paz. A prosecutor's son kidnapped and killed in Sucre. No hesitation, no remorse. The conditioning process is working as planned. End of report.
We sent 200 recruits to Montilluk last month. 200. Your man Buchhardt sent 40 of them back. And now you're telling me another 30 have been injured or killed in training? What the hell is happening down there?
Buchhardt doesn't hold back. He trains the men the way he expects them to fight. That means live ammunition, live grenades, close-quarter training with real knives. Mistakes happen. They're often fatal.
What good does that do us? We need soldiers, Almuro, not invalids and corpses.
Then you will have him, Jefe. Buchhardt will take the very best of those 200 recruits and turn them into elite soldiers that are tougher and better trained than any other force in Bolivia. Nothing will ever fucking stop him.
Nothing, Almuro? Not even ghosts?
I don't understand.
Never mind. Send me 50 of these elite sicarios as soon as they are ready. I may have a use for them.
Look, I'm not asking for an army, Comandante Buchhardt. Just a few of your best to provide security for me and my family.
I don't make the assignments, Paquita. You'll have to talk to El Muro.
Talking to El Muro is the last thing I want to do right now. Look, anything I say to him will go straight to El Sueño, you understand? That's not good for me.
Sounds like you stepped in some shit.
Nothing I can't handle, okay? I just can't take care of business while I'm looking over my shoulder every fucking minute, you know? I have a daughter to protect.
And you want round-the-clock security for you and your family. That's 10 to 12 men minimum. What's in it for me?
You send me some of your best, I send you some of mine. Premium-grade polvo, hermano. She will blow your mind.
I'll tell you what. You run me over a sample, and if it's all you say it is, I'll arrange an extended field exercise for some of my men.
Done?
Intel on this guy is sketchy at best. The cartel and the Bolivians call him El Comandante. Age unknown, birthplace unknown, real name unknown. An officer in Unidad, Bolivia's military police, El Comandante made a name for himself hunting down rebels. The rebels had something of a foothold in Media Luna until El Comandante and Unidad arrived in force. It was a slaughter. Rumor has it our boy personally took a few scalps as souvenirs. On paper, he's a lieutenant colonel. In reality, he wields the kind of authority reserved for legends. And he's been using that authority to put Unidad to work for Santa Blanca. But the way he's been insinuating Unidad into the cartel's operation should make Sueño worry. If it were up to him, Sueño wouldn't work with anyone from Unidad. His problem is the rebels. You can't fight what you don't know. And if there's one thing El Comandante knows, it's the rebels. Without him, Media Luna would be in rebel-controlled territory. Like all good frenemies, Sueño keeps a close eye on El Comandante, careful never to let down his guard.
Yo no sé, Jerry. I wouldn't join Unidad. It's not for me.
Carajo. They pay pretty good. My cousin just joined up and he threw the best party with his signing bonus.
Money's not the problem, compa.
Pues, ¿cuál es el problema?
The Mexicans.
What about them?
Oh, come on, man. You know as well as I do, in the end, Unidad works for them.
Quizás. Seems like everybody is these days. Anyway, maybe they're not as bad as they seem.
Working for the Mexicanos is not for me. I'll sell them coca leaves, but I don't want no foreign jefe.
This is Unidad AF 1401. Any Unidad ground forces in the area? Report.
Unidad AF 1401. This is Unidad GP 6519. What do you need?
I just spotted 4 suspicious-looking Yankees roaming about below me. Can you get up on the ridge and check them out?
What do you mean suspicious?
You wouldn't call 4 Americanos dressed in camouflage and waving around guns suspicious?
Sounds like tourists to me.
Look, put your thumbs out over your cowardly asses and hustle over to the location I'm sending you. Pronto, or I'll be sure to tell El Sueño what kind of lazy fuck-ups you guys happen to be.
Man, some people just can't take a joke.
Ignacio Perez Cervantes, also known as La Plaga, the Plague. Head of security for Santa Blanca, and the little brother of El Muro. El Muro had him trained well. Paid off guys in Russia's Bodark Special Forces group to teach him combat tactics. Sent him to learn killing techniques from death squads in El Salvador and Honduras. Apparently, he was a good student. His favorite subject? Cutting off a person's face, then showing it to them. Back in the day, it used to be that the criminals hid, and the good guys tried to find them. But La Plaga, he does everything he possibly can to be seen. The guy is a social media machine. He pays narco corrido bands to write songs about him. He has his own personal camera crew. This fuck even has his own YouTube channel. La Plaga is a walking recruitment message. Young people see what he has and want it. The guys want to join him. The girls want to get wifed up. It'd almost be funny to see a guy who spends 3 hours a day sending dick pics. Except half of what he posts aren't messages to his followers, but messages to his enemies. There's only one way to stop the plague from spreading. You cut it off from society, then watch it die out. The Santa Blanca Security Forces. Run by El Muro, childhood friend and personal bodyguard to El Sueño. El Muro means the wall, as in no one gets over it, no one gets under it, no one gets around it. SBC security forces recruit hard and train harder. Instructors from Israel, South Africa, Russia, and unfortunately, even the good old US of A. Polygraphs, first of every month. Pass, you pick up your paycheck. Fail? Yeah, don't fail. Even so, El Muro has a polygraph system of his own. These sicarios, aka gunmen, get intense training in marksmanship, surveillance, driving. 2/3 wash out to become halcones. The guys who make it get assigned to various regions as enforcers, guards for labs and shipments, hitmen. Some become drivers, surveillance specialists, spies, and torturers. Just below El Muro is Santa Blanca's head sicario, La Plaga, the Plague. You may ask, how does a show-off party boy rise to be the second in command of Santa Blanca security? Answer, sperm. La Plaga is El Muro's little brother. But don't kid yourselves. He's the nastiest motherfucker on the internet, and yes, I have been on 4chan. Don't worry, you'll see what I'm talking about.
El Mudo was outmanned and outgunned, and he knew it. What do you do when you don't have an army and you need one? You buy one. Every officer, like every prostitute, has a price.
Quiebren al sueño.
It was the right move. I would have done the same thing. But El Mudo forgot. Fear is always worth more than money. Our security infrastructure was being attacked. It made me question if La Plaga, our head sicario, was up to the task, or if he was too distracted with social media antics. Are you too busy chasing pussy on the internet to do your fucking job? Or is fucking your job?
No, Jefe. He's my brother, Sueño. I will keep him in line.
La Plaga got the message. Too well. He doubled down.
Whoever's behind this, know that we will find you. Know that for every one of us you kill, we will kill 10 civilians at random. There is no such thing as innocent to me.
The little pendejo had no idea how much damage he had just caused. La Plaga's response to the attacks proved he did not understand that the most basic function of a drug trafficking organization is to make money.
What does your father do?
He's a halcón.
A lookout?
Sí.
He hasn't been doing his job, has he?
I don't know.
Killing innocent people does not help you. Just the opposite. It alienates the people you need most. It sends them into the arms of your enemies. Who is really your brother? Tu carnal? The man you grew up with? Fought with? Bled with? Grew rich with? Or some guy whose mother got fucked by your father? La Plaga has gone too far. You know what you must do. I thought it was only fair to let El Mudo take care of his little brother. He would do it quickly, mercifully. Nothing like what I saw in the videos. I am not my brother's keeper. That's the Bible. That's God.
Run.
El Mudo chose to go against the word of God. El Mudo was going to try to kill me, just as I was going to kill him. Black is for vengeance. White is for safety. Gold is for success. Ahora, I ask you, how can any saint grant contradictory prayers from two different men? It has been my experience that gods always side with the man who has the most money, the most men, and the most power. I had lost the one man I could always trust, mi hermano. How many men would be more loyal to him than to me? How much power would he take? Would that be enough for him to take me out? I would always have an advantage, though. I grew up with the man. I knew how his mind worked. I knew his next move before he did. I just had to be patient. Francisco Ricardo Munguia. El Muro. The wall. The wall between me and my enemies. The wall between me and death. We were born hours apart in the same village. As boys, we were as poor as the rats that scrambled across our dirt floor. Our huts in the shadows of the hilltop mansions, where the narco bosses lived like conquerors. El Mudo took a different path. He joined the army. Special forces. He rose through the ranks, helped to protect the local narcos, was paid in cocaine and money along with promotions. When we met again, Francisco hermano, why are you still in the army? You and me together, we could rule. We will protect each other, as we did when we were boys. We will share, like brothers. My security forces were shattered. I was a king without an army. My generals were dead or captured. I had no defenses, no armor. What use was a gun without a loyal hand to hold it? I had lost the only man I ever considered a friend. And when I asked my partners in Mexico for more sicarios, they refused. I would try to recruit from the gangs in El Salvador and Honduras. One man's war zone is another man's talent pool. But it would take time to train them, to cultivate them. Time I would spend with a target on my back, waiting for someone else to come for the crown.
Dolores Serrano de Perez, La Cabra. She and Nydia Flores have been BFFs since, like, high school. As a teenager, she used to sell knockoff beauty products at her mother's stand in the market. At 13, she started selling cocaine, which is a sort of beauty product, I guess. 3 husbands went out the door the way narcomen usually do. La Cabra herself has been in and out of prison more than the laundry truck. Her other product is information, quite valuable in the cocaine trade. La Cabra will do anything she has to get information. Information is what got her in with the Peruvian drug gangs. A valuable connection for Santa Blanca. Because the thing about being one of the world's largest cocaine producers is you're also the world's largest cocaine seller. And with that many customers, you need the supply to keep up with demand. You need a backup plan. La Cabra is Nydia Flores' backup plan. Most cartel members are violent idiots who are too high to care. But Patricio Mendez Valle, aka El Cerebro, is an oddball genius who's too fucking smart to bother. Nydia Flores spotted his intellect when he was just a kid. She sent him to college in Mexico and later grad school in California. Word is he was too strange and misanthropic for even that crowd. But he popped up on our radar. El Cerebro heads up the cartel's submersible program out of Jimenez. From Jimenez, his semi-submersibles, sometimes carrying as much as 10 tons of cocaine, head downriver to Brazil, then to the Atlantic. From there, floating just a few feet below the surface, they can go all the way to Mexico, even as far as Florida. But smuggling with these semi-submersibles will soon be a thing of the past. He and Nydia have ambitions to make reusable, fully submersible craft. Think what a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise could do with a fleet of submarines. Smuggling would be just the start. If we're gonna take down these subs, we need El Cerebro and his jagged-ass brain intact and cooperative. Just remember, he's Nydia's pet project. She won't give him up easy.
The situation in eastern Caimanes is tragic. Populations in this jungle area of Bolivia have been plagued by lymphatic filariasis, or LF. A parasitic worm spread by mosquitoes, LF can in many cases cause swelling in the arms and legs of those suffering from the condition. Here in Caimanes, more than 20% of the population is suffering from elephantiasis, resulting in a working population that is largely disabled. The antibiotic doxycycline is a simple and affordable treatment for LF. However, there is little here in the form of government aid for these people. And since the government expelled the majority of the NGOs working in the area, the population is left to fend for itself.
So, what did you...
I didn't get a damn word he said.
I know, right?
Fucking Cerebro. Might as well speak Chinese for all I know. Took me months to get invited to these meetings. I thought it would clarify what we're supposed to build here in Caimanes. In fact, it's making it worse.
Órale. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to make El Cerebro, Buchon. But the culero who did should be fed his own balls.
Yet, they say he's some kind of genius. Genius. The other day I had to stay late at the lab to fix the propellers on a new soft prototype. I saw El Cerebro lying down on the floor of his office, all lights turned off, a thick line of coke drawn all around his body.
What was he doing?
Just lying there, staring at the ceiling, mumbling random numbers.
Well, that's fucked up. I don't know what drug he's on, but it sure is more potent than the yayo they give us.
Claro.
Manta 1 to Caimanes Station. Manta 1 to Caimanes Station. Please come in. We have run aground approximately 300 miles south of Santarem Station. Caimanes Station, please come in. We have run aground. I say again, we have run aground. We passed Cayepo village about 10 miles south of our location. We will abandon ship and attempt to reestablish communication once we arrive there. We're walking back? To the fucking jungle? There's jaguars in that jungle, way. I don't fuck with no fucking jaguars. Well, we're not staying here. Manta 1 to Caimanes Station. We are abandoning ship. I say again, we are abandoning ship.
Y esto va para todas las morras aquí presentes. Y este es el corrido de la Nydia, la reina, sí señor. La Nydia era tan bella que los hombres
Though Mama and Papa Reed raised little Boyer on apple pie and the Red Sox, since graduating from high school, Boyer Boston Reed has done everything he could to shed that clean-cut image of his youth. Looking for adventure, Reed left his hometown of Lexington, Massachusetts, and became a bush pilot in South America. Medical records also tell a saga of gonorrhea, hep C, and herpes. As a pilot, he stayed clean for a number of years, but one fateful day, he met El Boquita. Within days, Reed was flying Santa Blanca's coke to Georgia, Florida, and the Carolinas. With the drug smuggling came the money, and Reed loves to spend it. He's chummy with Boquita, who gave him that nickname Boston because of his accent. Make no mistake, Reed may play hard, but he works harder. Now based out of Kewanee, he coordinates all of Santa Blanca's smuggling by air. He uses temporary airstrips, and his own people don't know where they are until the last possible moment. When he's working, Boston Reed is impossible to locate. And you're gonna find him.
India Hotel 39er, you're off the glide path. Abort your landing and come around for another pass.
Negative. I'm coming in now.
You're too low. You'll never reach the runway.
I can't keep this bitch in the air. She's too heavy. I don't got enough fuel to try again.
I repeat, abort immediately.
Shut the fuck up. I know what I'm doing.
This is your last warning.
Yeah? Well, what the fuck are you gonna do? Take away my smuggler's license? Now, shut the fuck up and let me concentrate.
Boston, it's Nidia. Been a while. I wanted to check and see how things are going in Kewanee.
The weather's good, but the red llama is sick.
The what?
The red llama is sick.
You've got llamas?
The llama. You know what I'm talking about. The one named Antonio. He's off his feed.
Madre de Dios! No, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Will you stop with the fucking codes?
This line's not secure, Nidia. Anybody could be listening.
Nobody cares, Reed. It's Bolivia, for God's sake. Just tell me what's going on.
Everything's fine. Planes are in good shape and flights are going out on time. Only problem's Antonio. Guy's a fucking cowboy. He's undependable. Never know when the shipment's coming in from Ojocoyo. If it comes in at all.
There. Was that so fucking hard? I'll have a talk with Antonio.
Santa Muerte. Bless these planes and their pilots as they carry their precious cargo over the mountains and into the hands of our buyers. Lay your Santissima hand upon them and grant them good weather in day or night. Let them take off easily and land with grace. Bless the engines and the fuel lines. Bless the flaps and the elevators. Bless the rivets, the wire, and the duct tape holding these old birds together. Amen.
Amen.
So we are at the meet at the border, and Tito has unloaded the product, and the motherfucking smuggler looks me in the eye and says the price has gone up.
How much?
Double! Can you believe the cojones on this asshole?
What did you say?
I told al hijo de su pinche madre it had been 2 weeks since the last delivery, and what the fuck could have changed to double the price? And this cocksucker just grinned. He actually fucking grinned. And he called it inflation. Can you believe that shit? Inflation. Like we are selling fucking tamales or something.
So what did you do?
I paid a piece of shit. What else was I supposed to do? They had a product and we couldn't just stand there with our dicks out. The border patrol nearly caught us as it was.
You did the right thing, Enrique. When's the next shipment?
2 weeks.
Okay, here's what you do. Same deal as before. Only this time, you pay him half of what he agreed to. And then you shoot him in the face. Tell the rest of his crew that any more inflation gets paid in plomo, understand?
With pleasure, jefe.
All the Sicarios in the world ain't worth piss if you don't have the accountants to wash the money clean. Octavio Allende is the accountant that does Sueño's laundry. They call him El Pulpo, the octopus, because he's got his tentacles everywhere. You take him out, a lot of other pieces no longer connect, but I want to use him as a weapon. Pulpo is management, and he knows it. Instead of an AK-47, he has a briefcase, and he uses it to open doors to businesses, to cement relationships with politicians and police, and to make the cartel's money something they can spend. Thanks to El Pulpo, in addition to its illegal enterprises, Santa Blanca has its cash in numerous legit businesses. El Sueño has brought El Pulpo to Bolivia to audit Nydia Flores. Cash from Brazil comes into Barvechos, where much of it is laundered into the mining consortium. Nydia's profits must be looking a little light.
I've had it, Poquita. I tell you, no más. No más. No más!
Tranquila, Reina.
Did you just tell me tranquila? You did not just tell me tranquila.
El Pulpo is a fucking bookkeeper. What harm can he do?
Pinche idiota. El Pulpo is a goddamn efficiency expert. Everyone knows he wants us to move the money laundering to Montevideo. He will fucking make sure it looks like I'm costing the cartel money and that I'm not useful to El Sueño anymore.
He does like Montevideo, doesn't he?
Boquita, you know we don't fire people in our line of work. We bury them.
Pulpo, I need you to be very tactful with Nydia.
Jefe, Señorita Flores is either intentionally hiding something, or she is completely incompetent at bookkeeping. From what I can tell, she is using a single entry system while she practices cash basis accounting. With numbers this high, with product at this volume, she should at least know how to use accrual accounting.
She is a beauty queen who started in this business as arm candy.
There are huge gaps in her books. If she were stealing from you, she could scheme the cash deposits as they come in from Brazil. She could scheme the cash as it's laundered at the bank.
I do not doubt Nydia's loyalty. You will come to Bolivia. You will audit her operation, and you will teach her how to keep better records.
In all honesty, Jefe, we should be doing all of our laundry in Uruguay digitally. Pero I will be on a plane for Bolivia in the morning.
Every week, more than 6 tons of white powder moves through Mojocoyo. It's a transit point where shipments are kept secure, awaiting export to Brazil, the US, and Europe. Antonio is the buchon out here, the boss. His job is to keep all that coke safe. Thing is, being surrounded by cocaine all day is a really stressful job, like being the fat kid in charge of the sugar factory. And we all know what happens when you eat too much sugar. Your brain rots. You stop talking on phones. You stop trusting your own people. You stop going home to your wife. You even stop telling anyone when the shipments are coming in, until the moment they arrive. When it comes to coke transports, Antonio is a vault. And I want to crack that motherfucker open.
Mama? It's me. Gavi? Ave Maria Purísima. I was getting anxious. I don't have much time. He may come back anytime. Mama, he's going loco. It's a polvo blanco. It makes him more violent. Violent? Pero, mija, you do know who you married, don't you? Mama, he looks up women from the village. He tortures them. ¿Y qué? They're just Bolivianas. I don't care about them, pero tengo miedo. I'm afraid. He thinks I'm cheating on him. He threatens me, shows me pictures of what he's done to those women. Mama, I want to get back to Mexico. Gabriela, pobrecita. What are you thinking? When I was your age, I wanted to run. Pero, when you're a narcos woman, Es imposible. So, do like I did. Enjoy the dinero and, for the sake of the El Bebé growing inside you, don't stick your nose in your husband's business. Believe me, it's only for the better.
3 months ago, we used to do between 7 and 7.5 tons a week. Now when we do 6 tons, we're happy. Eso es triste.
Mi hijo, debe ser por la canícula. The weather wasn't good those last months. The consequences on the harvest were disastrous.
That's what they say, but that's too simple.
They? What are you talking about?
Yo no sé. Maybe another cartel. Look around you. Everything is giving in. They're spying on us. They corrupt our best men. Even my wife is acting weird. She doesn't smile. She makes phone calls when I'm out. And in la cama, she's colder than a corpse. Padre, if we don't pay attention, everything will collapse.
My son, you swore to Santa Muerte. You would limit your use of the polvo blanco. Are you sure you've respected your oath?
Your average cat, the four-legged variety, has 9 lives. El Gato has had a lot more than that. He's been shot, stabbed, garroted, blown up, burned, thrown off a building, run over by a car, half drowned. But he always comes back. He carries a locket with his father's ashes in it around his neck. Snorts it when he needs strength. Says it's better than Coke.
It's the real power that comes from death.
A packaging manager in Romanzo province, he's been working for Santa Blanca since he was 16. His father was the plastic surgeon to the stars, movie stars, and star narcos. But then, his father had a big narco boss on the table and lost him. They both knew what that meant. A long death by torture. El Gato loved his father. So he decided not to let that happen.
It's not a stupid idea. Listen.
Go on. I'm listening.
How many potatoes you got in your house?
I got no fucking idea.
But you got some, right?
Everybody got potatoes.
But you don't know how many. Nobody pays attention to a fucking potato, am I right? Because you're cheap, and you can get them by the bag, and because they look like potatoes.
So, we hide the cocaine in the potatoes.
Yes! And we get them by the fucking truckload, and then we hollow them out, fill them with product, mix them with the real thing, and ship them wherever we want. Nobody's gonna search bags of potatoes, am I right? Holy shit! And that ain't even the best part. You know what we do then? We slice the potatoes and sell them to restaurants. They make the best fucking French fries you ever put in your mouth. Motherfuckers will eat the evidence. And with my bag. That's genius. Fuck el sueño, man. This is gonna be huge. We're gonna be the new cartel kings.
They say every man has a fatal flaw. El Baquita's is love. A smuggler from the age of 6, El Baquita's father used to tape Acapulco gold on his son's body and then send him across the border. He called these trips vacaciones familiares, family vacations. By the time he was 13, Baquita was a trapechiador, a master smuggler. Cigarettes, alcohol, name-brand clothes, DVDs, oil, wildlife, weapons, and of course, people. One time, he even smuggled in half a kilo of yellow cake uranium. If someone wanted it, El Baquita could move it. But it was never really about the money. For him, it was the rush, until he met the beauty queen. Nydia Flores saw his talent and made him her right-hand man. Nydia was the brains, Baquita was the brawn. The thing is, he was head over heels from the moment he first laid eyes on her. Nydia never felt the same way, but one drunken night she gave in. A little bit of sperm roulette, and 9 months later, they had a daughter, Valeria. They say every man has a fatal flaw. El Baquita has 2.